Student, now in this lecture we are going to study about the concept of nanomaterials and advanced materials. Now we are going to study about the new concept of a material, that is nanomaterials. What is meant by the nanomaterials? The nano word indicates very small size of a particles. Now nanomaterials are nothing but the materials, any materials which is made from the such a nanoparticles. The unit of a nanoparticle or size of that particle is expressed in a term that is called as a nanometer. One point is to remember that nanometer is the smaller fraction unit than the micron. Hence there is a conversion relations between them is that 1 nanometer is nothing but 10 raised to minus 3 micron or 10 raised to minus 6 mm or 10 raised to minus 9 meter. On the basis of this conversion, you can understand the size of that such a particles which are very in smaller in nature, and the material composed by such of particles are called as a nanomaterials. One of the advantageous point of that nanomaterials is nothing but when nanoparticles are come together to form a continuous bulk unit, then it provides a major or greater surface area than the larger particles. Now look at this image. This is a microscopic image of nano-sized particles. You can see that these are the very small microscopic particles. Nanomaterial shows the following some characteristics. It is used in many fields of science like chemistry, molecular biology, semiconductor physics, etc. That means nanoparticles has the wide scope of application in different fields. It is used to create many parts. It is used to make a high performance products. That means the properties shown by the material which is made from the nanomaterials are higher in rate than the properties shown by the material which is ordinary. Now let us see the some properties shown by the nanomaterial. Nanomaterial is an advanced type of material. So nanomaterial show the different types of properties at a time. That means physical properties, mechanical properties, chemical properties, etc. Let us see one by one the properties. First one is physical properties. First property is that nanomaterial shows a large surface energy. As I told you in the starting that the nanoparticles when are come together to form a bulk product, then because of greater force of attractions between the each particle, they shows the largest surface area as well as large amount of surface energy. Nanoparticle shows the lower melting point. Because of these lower melting points, the heating and cooling of a nanomaterial particles or nanomaterial products are become so easy with minimum amount of heat consumption. Now some mechanical properties are: first one, very strong stiffness. Nanoparticles are greater binding force, shows the very much high amount of stiffness and flexibility for different. One of the most important mechanical property of a nanomaterial is that if any one particular product which is made from the nanomaterial shows the very much high amount of strength, because there is a very much less probability of a defect generation or fault generation in a nanomaterial as compared to the other conventional materials. Now, one of the basic chemical properties shown by the nanomaterials are that it remains stable regarding to chemical structure of that material. That means any structure formed by the nanomaterial particles remains stable in any situation. Now let us see the some applications of nanomaterials. First, it is used to make a harder cutting tools from the materials like a titanium carbide or tungsten carbide. Such materials or the tools which is made from the such materials, it shows a very much high level of hardness than the tools made from the any other conventional material. The ceramic products from the nanomaterials like a zirconia is a very much super plastic material in nature, and it has a wide applications for making the different types of products like a spring, ball bearings, and these products are very much famous in automobile industries. Nanocrystals like zinc sulfide Cadmium sulfides are very much popular in making the flat electronic panels display, which is used in TV screen, computer monitor, etc. So student, remember these few application of nanomaterials. Now student, we are going to study about another section of a material, that is nothing but smart materials. Smart material is a terminology used to identify or to separate the material from the remaining conventional materials. So some materials are very smart and responsive to external characteristics. So they are specially designed material that have one or more property at a time. Such materials are called as a smart materials. So student, one point is to remember that these smart materials are very responsive. They are quick and fast response to external stimuli, and their properties are going to change with respect to external surrounding situation. Hence these are very much smart materials. So smart materials are changes their properties with respect to external stimuli like stress, temperature, moisture, corrosion, strength, etc. Hence such type of material has a specific applications, like they are used for making the different types of sensors and actuators in pneumatical control machines or automatic machines. Take a few examples of a smart material. First one is piezoelectric materials. Piezoelectric materials are mostly used in the electrical properties or in electrical circuits. Now these materials are used for to producing a voltage when any particular type of stress is externally applied to them, or vice versa. Student, look at this diagram. This is the diagram of piezoelectric circuit. In this piezoelectric circuit, the disc-like product is made from the smart material, and this product is connected to the voltage circuit. If we applied the external force to that piezoelectric material, then it shows the compression, and due to that compression there is a generation of a voltage, and that voltage can be indicated by voltage indicators. But remember, one point is that the compression in that material produces the positive voltage in that circuit. Look at the vice versa situations. If we applied the external voltage to that compressed part of our smart materials, then there is a production of a tension in that parts due to the applied voltage, and due to that tension there is a extension of that parts takes place. So if you understand that, that is the external properties of that disc shaped materials which is made from this part material is totally depends upon the external situations, whether in the case of applying force or whether in the case of the applying voltage, and its shape is changes depending upon this external stimuli. Hence it is called as a smart material. Another one of the important element of a smart material is nothing but the shape memory alloy, or that is called as in short SMA material. It is nothing but the particular materials which has very much high amount of elastic deformations because of excess amount of elasticity as rather than the any conventional material. But one point is to remember that this extra elasticity property of that material is totally depend upon the temperature of that material. If the temperature of that material is going to change, then the elastic behavior of that material is also going to be changes. That means the elasticity property of that material gives a very much stronger quick response to external stimuli like a temperature. Hence, this property or this material is called as a smart material. Another one important material is nothing but the magnetic memory materials. In this material shows us some changes in their physical dimensions and shapes when they are subjected to under the magnetic field. So such type of material is mostly useful in sonar or radar device. Student, I hope you betterly understand the concept of nanomaterials and smart materials. There are few questions regarding to homework. Solve it in your notebook.